I'm Andrea. I'm a young adult author and I just finished my first manuscript and I'm now in the querying trenches. So today we're going to be talking about the writing community on Twitter and why I love them. I do. Anyway, so if you're not on Twitter, get on Twitter. As a writer, I feel like that should be part of your author platform. I don't know much about author platform, but Twitter is where all the writers, readers, like everybody's on Twitter. And I'm sorry, but I thought Twitter had died out. I was wrong. It hasn't. It's very much alive. And if you're a writer, you need to get on there. I love the writing community on Twitter. There are so many writers. That's where I found my CP partner. That's where I found one of my beta readers. And you'll find a lot of awesome people on there. And seriously, you need the encouragement. As a writer, I know you're struggling and you need the encouragement. Even if it's just like writing in the middle of writing a chapter, even if you just get upset and you sit down, you get on your phone and you tweet like, oh, I'm having trouble with this chapter, people will comment and be like, ditto, same, or like keep pushing, or like I'm here for you, those types of things. And it may seem like nothing, but it helps you a lot. I just finished my manuscript and just started querying, and it's December. I'll really dive into the querying trenches in January. So I'm not even really there yet. I feel like I've dipped my foot in the water. I haven't dived in. But Twitter has been there for me. The writing community has been there for me. When I post things, they comment, they retweet. I went from having less than 100 followers because I never got on Twitter. I had a Twitter account, but I never used it. And I went from having like less than 100 followers to like 1,500 followers in like maybe a month and a half. And those people that you follow on Twitter and that follow you and that watch your author journey will be those same people that when your book comes out, like maybe a year from now, maybe 2 years from now, maybe 3, who knows, whenever it comes out and you get there, they will be your supporters. Like they will be your cheerleaders standing there like, yes, you finally did it, your book finally came out. And you need that, you really do. Not to mention, I'm going to do a whole video about this, but not to mention pitch wars contests, which take place on Twitter mainly, and they're awesome. And there you'll find a lot of writers just like you that are trying to get their book out there, trying to get their story told. And it's important to fellowship with other writers because people that aren't writers don't know how hard it is. They don't understand. And you need people that understand. And you can make friends on Twitter. Like I consider my CP to be my friend. I mean, we're not like best friends, we don't text every day or anything, but she has helped me so much, and I met her through Twitter. Imagine that. I have people on Twitter that like I like their stuff a lot and we comment on each other's stuff, and I consider us to be Twitter friends. Like we're friends. I don't care. There are literary agents on Twitter, and that's important. Now, I've heard that you shouldn't really judge a literary agent based on how many followers they have on Twitter. However, I tend to do this, and this is probably not a good thing, and I should probably stop. However, it's good when your literary agent, I feel like, has followers on Twitter, because then you know when your book comes out, they'll probably post that your book came out because you're their client, and all their followers will be like, oh, so-and-so is a great literary agent and publishes great books, and she just had a book come out by so-and-so, and they'll buy your book. That's how I see it. I don't really know because I'm not there yet, but that's how I see it. Plus, if you follow literary agents on Twitter, some of them, not all of them, the Query Shark is like, does not count for this, but she's awesome and she's on Twitter. Still follow her because that's how I found out her name and like her agency and all that. But anyway, yes, we follow literary agents on Twitter. Some of them will post their manuscript wish list. Some of them will say, I'm looking for this, this, and this. Some of them will share query tips like, don't be this person. And on a side note, don't be like me because I accidentally sent like 3 queries in one day that said Dear Agent instead of having the person's name. Don't do that. But yeah, they'll say, oh, I got queries from people and one person called me Jamira and my name is Janet or something like that. And it happens. And some literary agent actually just recently posted saying she got a query from somebody that had a book that was like 600,000 words. Don't be that person. But those are types of things that can help you. Like if your book is like, your book shouldn't be that many words, but I'll just throw some number out there. If your book is like 112,000 words and a literary agent that you want to query posts and is like, somebody just sent me a manuscript that was this many words and it shouldn't be this many words, they need to cut it in half or they need to chop off 25,000 words, whatever, then you can be like, oh, let me chop off 25,000 words because that's about how long my book is. So those types of things help you in the writing community. There's also freelance editors on there if you're looking for those types of people. I'm not. I'll make a video on why I'm not going to hire one. But if you're looking for those types of people, they're on there. If you're an indie publisher or self-publisher, love to you. You're amazing. I couldn't wear all those hats, but you can. Congratulations. You're great. There are other indie publishers on there, like people that self-publish are on there too, and you guys can support one another. So there's just so many outlets, and there's readers, and there's people that keep following me on Twitter that review books and book bloggers. You want those people to be in your corner. Like, you want to connect with them. Like, when I get my book published, I'm probably going to reach out to those people and be like, hey, can you do a review of my book? I don't care if it's terrible, because you're allowed to have an opinion, but I need the reviews. I need the people to see it and be like, oh, I kind of want to read that. I want to see what they're talking about. Even if it's bad publicity, it maybe can still help you. Like, it maybe can, because somebody might be like, I want to see if it's really that bad. Although I hope that when I ask for people to review my book, it's good reviews, so don't think I'm just out here fishing for any kind of review. I'm not. But, that can help you, and those types of people are on Twitter, and they're a whole community, and they're very welcoming. You can literally make a post and say, I'm trying to get into the writers community, and somebody in the writers community will see it, and they'll like it, and they'll share it, and then that person who liked it and shared it, their friends will like it and share it, and it'll go, and you'll get followers, and it'll be great and amazing, and it'll help you in your career, because when you're trying to get an agent, you can put your Twitter tag there with confidence, like, I have all these great followers, look how great of an investment I'll be. And yeah, it's what you need. As a writer, I think you have to dive into Twitter. It's necessary. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this video, leave a comment, a like down below, and subscribe to this channel. I'm new to this, so I don't have very many, and if you like me, you should tell me, because I appreciate it. And once again, I'm Andrea. I'm a young adult author who just finished her manuscript and is in the querying trenches. Thanks for watching my video, guys.